Hello, I'm Eric.
And I'm Melissa.
And today we're going to talk about my GameCube collection.
Yay!
So,
I like GameCube.
She likes GameCube. Yeah, I was originally, when that generation came out, the PS2 and the GameCube and the Xbox, I was originally going to get a GameCube first because I was really interested in Rogue Squadron. Or Rogue Leader. I forget which one it is. Rogue Leader, the second one. And I ultimately decided, I thought I would get the GameCube first, but then I saw Metal Gear Solid 2 for the PlayStation 2. And then they dropped the price of the PlayStation 2 to $200 at E3 in 2002. And we went out that day to get a PlayStation 2.
Oh, yeah.
But anyway, later that year, in October of 2002, we got this GameCube. And we got it at a GameStop. They were doing a rebate, some kind of rebate. It was buy a GameCube and a controller and two games and get $50 back or something like that. And I forget what the price, the regular retail price of the GameCube was at that time, if they had dropped it to $150 or if it was still $200. But I convinced Melissa that we should get a GameCube, and we went to GameStop, and the two games they had were Wave Race and Animal Crossing.
Yay.
And she became a huge fan of Animal Crossing, and we'll talk about that in a bit. And in fact, Animal Crossing is the reason why we ended up getting this one, because I could never get any time on this one, so we bought this one. And plus, this one is the Platinum one. And this was later in the spring of 2003, and Best Buy was doing a deal where they were buy a GameCube and get two games. It was they were bundling in NBA Street, and then they were bundling in some other game, and I forget if there was a choice, but the one I picked was Resident Evil 0, which. Or maybe it was Resident Evil, the remake. I forget. It was one of those. But anyway, they were bundling in two games, and plus I had always wanted a Platinum. And then lastly, I never got a chance to play this one because Animal Crossing was permanently installed. So we bought a second one.
The Platinum one is so cool, though.
The Platinum one is really cool. Yeah, it's in here. I don't use it anymore. In fact, I have another. I have several GameCubes now. These are the only two boxed I have, and then I have this Indigo one, which I bought recently at a Goodwill, and so now I have the three colors, and then I have several other black GameCubes that I've got through Craigslist and through Goodwill and stuff, and I think I have like 6 GameCubes, so I must have 3 other black GameCubes which are not here. In addition to the systems, I have all of the different variants of the controllers. I have a black one and an Indigo one, which I bought new. That black one I think I got used, but this Indigo one I bought new back in 2002 or 2003. Same thing with the Spice. This is the orange Spice. And then recently I found the one that I never bought at retail because I thought it didn't make a lot of sense. It's the Indigo with the clear back. And so I finally got that one. And this, as far as I know, is all 4 of the variants. And then I also have the Wavebird. I have a standard gray one, but I also have this Platinum one. So I got this as a gift, I think, back when they were at retail. So this is new, this is mine, and I do have this Platinum Wavebird, and I love the Wavebirds. I think they're great. I wish I could get more of them, but they're a little hard to come by now. Other accessories interesting I have are interesting accessories are I have the Game Boy Advance player, and I've actually printed out a cover for this for a GameCube case from the Cover Project. Bought this at retail too. So I have this new, the Game Boy player. This is a fantastic accessory for the GameCube. It allows you to play Game Boy Color, and Game Boy Advance games on your GameCube, so you can play them right on your TV. I guess the nice thing about this is that it plays Game Boy Advance, where the Super Game Boy does not. So that's that. Anything else I'm missing?
Oh, yeah, the microphone.
Oh, and the microphone. I don't have a game for this. I bought this at a pawn shop or a thrift shop. I think it's used. I know it's used with the game Odama, which I don't have. I actually thought about buying it once, but at retail, but it was still a little bit high, so I never got it. It might be used for other games, but I have that. And then I have the bongos. I have 2 of these. I have Donkey Konga and Donkey Konga 2. I don't have Donkey Kong Jungle Beat, but it's on my list, on my wish list. And then this I have. This is Melissa found this at a Goodwill. This is still sealed. This is a GameCube Game Boy Advance link cable, and I have one of my own that I bought new, and I've just kept this one sealed. Well, for the heck of it, I guess. So that's it. I don't know. I guess I was going to show you these little, I don't know, these little I have these little booklets, winter 2002, summer 2003, winter 2003.
What are
These
from
these are
Best
just sitting at Best Buy or whatever, and they talk about the GameCube and the Game Boy Advance, and I thought they were they're real nice. The artwork on the print work on this is real nice, and I just like to have this kind of stuff because you kind of look back in time and see how things were. This is the rest of the packaging for all of the GameCube stuff. Unfortunately, most of the GameCube stuff came in packages like this, so the only packaging that remains is this cardboard insert. All right, so let's talk about the games. Let's clear some of this stuff out. So I have quite a few GameCube games. I meant to look up the number, but I can't remember. It's probably in the 40s or 50s. And I was going to go through and take out, all the ones just the ones that I thought were worth talking about. And what ended up happening is almost all of my collection is in here. And so we're going to have to fly through this because there was something I wanted to say about all these. I guess I'm a big fan of the Game Boy.
The GameCube.
Sorry, the GameCube. I'm a big fan of the Game Boy too, but the GameCube. Okay, so let's go through these real quickly. You want to start?
Animal Crossing.
That's her favorite.
Well,
And do we have any other Animal Crossing games?
Maybe.
Yeah, I think we have all of them except for the Nintendo 64.
And I've played all of them.
And she's played all of them.
For like a while. Like I'll play every day for a while. And right now I'm playing 3DS.
And so are the kids.
Yes, and so
For
are the
3DS,
kids.
yeah.
Can we play Animal Crossing? Okay. My oldest daughter, I made her own character because I was afraid she was going to mess up my town. So.
Got her own character.
Yeah.
Got the memory card in there. Oh, I guess these are your notes.
Oh yeah.
And my oldest is playing 3DS she's playing it on the 3DS. We tried to get her to play the DS version, and she
wouldn't do it.
It's like, no, it's not good
This
enough.
one's boring.
Well, I don't know how it could be. They
know.
seem all the same to me. But anyway, we have Animal Crossing. And then at the time, I was like, well, don't use this memory card because we want to keep that pristine. And so it had some stuff on there. So she was a little upset because we then put the city on the regular memory card. Okay, I guess these are some good games. Bet and Kaitos and Bet and Kaitos Origins. I have both of them. Bought them new at retail. There's probably not, I guess they're somewhat unique in the sense that they're dual disc games for the GameCube. But glad I have these because they're hard to come by now. Battalion Wars. Big fan of Advance Wars. So I think I got this late in the life or maybe after it was already gone. And I haven't really played it. Here are the Donkey Konga games. Nothing special about these. We got these at a Craigslist. That's where I got my first bongo set. Craigslist deal. Ooh, Eternal Darkness. Classic GameCube game. A must own for the GameCube. It's exclusive to the GameCube. It's a must own. I think this was like the fourth game I bought for the GameCube. It was Wave Race, Animal Crossing, Rogue Squadron, or Rogue Leader, and then Eternal Darkness. F-Zero, GX. All of these I bought new. I'll let you know the ones I didn't. Fire Emblem, Path of Radiance. Another one I'm glad I picked up at the time. Probably didn't pay full retail price for this. It was probably on sale somewhere. $20, $30 maybe. Really, really glad I got this.
You don't really pay full retail for many. There's very few, I would say.
Yeah, they're very few unless I really want them, like Ikaruga.
Yeah.
This one I did pay full retail. I figured this was going to disappear off shelves because it was so obscure. I mean, it's not obscure maybe to people who are into games, but I figured this game wasn't going to last on the shelf, so I grabbed it as soon as it came out. Ikaruga. Killer 7. I bought this way later. I kept reading about it, and so I finally decided to get it. I might have the PS2 version of this also. Oh, another double disc game. I might have the PlayStation 2 version of this. I decided to get it for the GameCube first because I think that was the system it was originally intended to come out for. Mario Kart. Double Dash. Classic. I have, every time a Mario Kart game comes out, I buy it. Okay, another group that I was glad that I picked up. Mega Man Collection and Mega Man X Collection. I bought these for the GameCube because Mega Man, to me, is a Nintendo system type game. So, have both of these. I hear that the control might be a little bit... There's something about the control for people who are used to Mega Man. There's something about the control on the GameCube where the button seems flipped for people who are used to it, but I don't know. I haven't played enough Mega Man to know for sure. Metal Gear Solid, Twin Snakes, another one. I think this is a dual disc. Yep. Glad I picked this up. Haven't played it yet, but I have played the Metal Gear Solid for the PlayStation 1. So I'm glad to have that one too. Zelda 2 game, let's see, what is this? The Master, Ocarina of Time and the Master Quest. This was a pre-order bonus with The Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker, which is right here. I do not have the other Zelda promotional one. I've been looking for it. I saw it at PRGE and I saw it at Cowlitz, and I didn't want to pay what they were asking for it. But Zelda Wind Waker, haven't played this. I also have the HD remake for the Wii U. And then this, I guess, is nice to have too. I got this from my brother. Zelda Twilight Princess. Now this came out for the GameCube and the Wii, and because it was near the end of the GameCube's life, apparently it's a little bit rare, a little bit hard to come by. But my brother had it, and I got it from him. So another one, glad to have in the collection. Paper Mario. Nothing much to say about Paper Mario.
It's a bestseller.
It says bestseller, yeah. I bought this pretty quickly after it came out, and this was already on it. So I think that's, I don't know what they were doing. They just stuck it on there to, what the heck.
Counting their chickens.
But yeah, but it became a bestseller.
It did, yeah.
Oh, this is one I bought used. Pikmin 1 I bought used, and I have Pikmin 2. I bought Pikmin 1 used because I couldn't find it anywhere other than Greatest Hits, and so I got it used. And I had bought a bunch of new GameCube cases from Nintendo, so I got to put them all in a bunch of new cases. So this is effectively looks like a brand new game. So that was I was glad that I was able to do that at that time. Okay, Resident Evil 0, Resident Evil Remake, and Resident Evil 4. These are all dual disc games. I bought all of these new. I remember Resident Evil 4. Resident Evil. Oops.
0.
Haven't played any of these.
I'm playing them in order.
I'm playing them in the order they were released, and I finished Resident Evil 3, so I need to play Code Veronica next. Okay, what else have we got here? These are kind of these are kind of getting out of order now. That's all right. This is sealed. I have this sealed. This came from my brother too. This is a Nintendo GameCube preview disc. There's nothing much on it. Let's see, Sonic the X, Splinter Cell, Beautiful Joe, Billy Hatcher. But it's sealed, and I intend to keep it sealed. What the heck? It's just an interesting collectible. Oh, I don't know. No.
Okay.
Yeah, let's see. What order do I want to go in here? We'll do this one. Luigi's Mansion.
Oh, that's a good one.
One of the first. I can't remember what order it was.
That's another game that I almost finished.
Yeah, she couldn't beat Bowser at the end. I finished this one.
I think I just didn't do it.
Let's do Star Fox. I have Star Fox Adventures and Star Fox Assault. I got this one from my other brother a few years ago. He bought it when he bought his Wii. He never had a GameCube, but he bought a couple of Wii games. And he was able to get one black label instead of the Greatest Hits. So have both of those. Let's do these two RPGs. Skies of Arcadia. I had to pick this up. It's, it was originally a Dreamcast game. I'd heard they had done some balance fixes and stuff for the game. Did I say Dreamcast? It was originally Dreamcast. They did some balance fixes for the GameCube version, so I bought that. And they added some content too. But if I play this game, I haven't played either one of them yet. I'm going to have to play the Dreamcast one first. Tales of Symphonia. Couldn't get this. I had to get it as a player's choice. Couldn't. But glad I did. I know there's a remake for the PS3. I think it's for the PS3. I'm thinking about getting. But I do have Tales of Symphonia, but it's a player's choice for the GameCube. And Super Smash Bros. Melee.
Super Smash Brothers.
Super Smash Brothers.
You have to get it.
Alright, let's do these. Soul Calibur 2. Big fan of Soul Calibur for the Dreamcast. Originally got Soul Calibur 2 first for the GameCube because you could play as Link. Then I got the Xbox version because I thought it had better controls. And finally I got the PS2 version, so I have all three versions of Soul Calibur 2.
You have to complete your collection.
Alright. Super Mario Sunshine. I just played this morning.
You did.
First time in several years, but I pulled it out this morning. Was able to get past the part that I haven't been able to get past in a while. Noki Bay, the waterfall. If anybody knows what I'm talking about, man, that was hard for me. All right, I kept running out of water. All right, two Star Wars games, Rogue Leader and Rebel Strike. Loved this. I haven't played this one, but I loved Rogue Leader. This is what made me want to get a GameCube. I couldn't believe the graphics in this. They're fantastic. Big fan of the Rogue Squadron series. Have it for the N64. Have all of those games, I think, for the N64. Wave Race. Bought this with the GameCube. This was my first Wave Race game. I really like it. I couldn't believe the water effects and the weather effects. They were unbelievable at the time. They're still unbelievable. They look really good. Let's do these last two, or these two. Beautiful Joe. Beautiful Joe 1 and 2. Again, bought these for the GameCube because they are originally GameCube. Beautiful Joe was originally for the GameCube. So I bought Beautiful Joe 1 and 2 for the GameCube. 2 also came out for the PS2.
And now.
And finally, what are ultimately certainly my favorite GameCube games, and probably my favorite games of all time, or certainly in the top. Metroid Prime and Metroid Prime Echoes, or Metroid Prime 2 Echoes. This was maybe the 5th or 6th game I got for the GameCube, and I just love this game. This is probably to me what Super Metroid is to most other people. This is the first Metroid game I ever played. I did not have a Super... I had a Super Nintendo, but I hadn't played Super Metroid at the time. But this one I wanted to play, and I just love everything about it. I can't get enough. I've played it several times.
Haven't you?
Yeah.
All the way
And
through?
I just adore this game. It's one of my favorites of all time. And then Metroid Prime 2 Echoes, I went out and got this very quickly after it was released. And I remember Melissa was in a wedding, and she had to go and do some, she was were you the maid of honor? Matron of honor? Or were you just a bridesmaid? It doesn't matter. Yeah. So anyway, she had to do a bunch of stuff, and so I went to the hotel, and I brought my GameCube, and I brought this game, which I had just bought, and I sat there for hours playing it at the hotel. So Metroid Prime 2 Echoes. Not I don't like it as much as the first, but I do like it. And of course I have Metroid Prime 3 for the Wii, and I also am lucky enough to have I have the other M also. Yeah. But I also have the Metroid Prime trilogy for the Wii U, or for the Wii. And I've played Metroid Prime with the Wii controls, which I really enjoyed. So maybe if we do a Wii collection, I will show you Metroid Prime trilogy for the Wii. Okay, so that's it. That's not all of my GameCube games. There are a few others that are just sort of average, or maybe they're shared across the PlayStation 2 and Xbox. They're not unique to the GameCube, but those are I think the highlights, which turns out to be most of my collection. So yeah. I guess I would say, in my opinion, my collection is pretty tight for the GameCube. There's not a lot of fluff in it. Okay, so I guess that's it. That's my GameCube collection. Thanks for watching.
Thanks. If you enjoyed our video, like us and subscribe.